Although exclusion is a widespread phenomenon and many people are victims of this process, part of our job as youth workers is to try to prevent it from happening and to fight against it when it does happen. Here are 4 general ways to prevent exclusion. 1. Seeking out the voices and perspective of underrepresented or marginalized communities. By becoming acquainted with their views, stories, and life experiences, people will be more willing to accept their differences. Whenever you have the opportunity to give the word to a member of a marginalized group, you should do that. 2. Be very careful with the language you use. Although one might be careful in avoiding derogatory or exclusionary terms, there are still common words which can cause exclusion even if the speaker is unaware of it. 3. Be willing to accept correction. Even the most well-intended people make mistakes and have misunderstandings about others. When someone points out your errors, offer a sincere apology and be ready to learn from the experience. It will earn you much more respect than responding with defensiveness or anger. 4. Be intolerant of intolerance. Are you willing to confront derogatory and hateful speech online? What about in person? What if the person is a friend or a relative? The risk of staying silent is sending the message that discrimination and intolerance are values that you are willing to tolerate. Despite our best efforts, sometimes exclusion does occur. When that happens, here are 4 regulatory practices to deal with the pain from social exclusion. 1. Mindfulness. Despite its origins in ancient Buddhist meditation practices, mindfulness is a technique that has relatively recently been investigated by psychological and neuroscientists. Mindfulness interventions generally focus on the non-judgmental awareness and acceptance of subjective feeling states. As evidence of its efficacy in relation to exclusion, excluded individuals who were previously made to be mindful of their emotions showed less aggression. 2. Social support. People do not self-regulate in a vacuum and instead often rely on the support of others to cope. Research has demonstrated that daily experiences of social support can reduce the automatic brain response to exclusion. This finding suggests that the quantity and quality of social connections regulate brain activity in response to social exclusion. Therefore, individuals with high levels of social support are less likely to detect an instance of social exclusion in a negative way. Other research investigating the role of emotional support during exclusion demonstrated that empathic messages from others decreased the subjective experience of social pain. 3. Self-affirmation. Social threats, such as exclusion, exist in many ways and cause considerable distress. An effective means of regulating such threats is self-affirmation, the process of reifying one's most important values. This technique has shown promise in the domain of exclusion, and exclusion-prone individuals improve their social functioning up to 2 months after a short 15 minutes self-affirmation intervention. 4. Affect labeling. There is a strong relationship between our feelings and the words we use to describe them. Through affect labeling, people can put their affective states, such as social pain, into words, a technique that adaptively regulates emotions. Affect labeling during emotional processing likely inhibits activity in regions of the brain associated with the automatic generation of negative affect. Excluded individuals may benefit greatly from putting their social pain into words, which may then exert mood-improving effects. To summarize, let's first try to prevent exclusion from happening, but when it does happen, let's help people deal with the pain it causes them.